This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. This thing I want. All right, welcome back here. You can call us here at 737-7767 with any question you might have concerning the outdoors and what's going on around Nashville and around Tennessee as a whole. We'd be glad to answer that. Till those calls start coming in, like I said, there's a lot of people out here, and I'm getting just tons of people talking to me, Brandon, about the Asian carp and what effect it's had on crappie fishing and shellcracker fish, bluegill and bass. I mean, that's the mainstay, that the Asian carp's eating all the plankton and algae and giving the shad not much to eat on. But I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't see the kill-off of bass or crappie or shellcracker or bluegill. Shad are still there, still see big huge balls of shad, so that's still there. But what I do see is a big time influx of the Asian carp. And I think though with TWRA frontlining the whole thing with the gill net, the commercial netting and stuff, they are making a dent. Let me tell you something. I saw on Facebook, TWRA put it out. There was a little podcast about the gill nets. Hundreds and hundreds of them in these gill nets as they're bringing them out. And, so they're going to make, if this continues, they are going to make a really good. They're going to put a dent in.
Last time you and I fished Kentucky Lake together, we was dodging them all day.
We dodged them.
I like to got knocked out 2 or 3 times, man. And matter of fact, Tanner Hale saw a picture that we had that day, one of us holding a fish, and it was funny because in the picture he commented and he said something about the floor of the boat. He said, I know where y'all fishing at, because it's slime all
everywhere.
over
That's
everything,
right. We
man.
got bombarded.
And they were on us all day. But tell you, we got a caller here. Let's see what we have. Who do we have on one?
Willis, how can we help you tonight?
Yes, sir. First of all, I want to say I enjoy y'all's show.
Thank you.
And do they still have a spring squirrel season?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's this month.
I thought it was in May. When is it?
Now you went and did it. I'll tell you what, we're going to look it up.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
We'll find out here in just a minute, because I don't want to tell them wrong. I believe it's the second Saturday.
I think it is, too.
It's second or third, but I'm not going to tell them the wrong date. But it is in the month of May. It's coming up here real quick like.
Yep.
I got a 5-year-old grandson. I wanted to get him into it.
That's the way to get them started.
That's the way to do it right there now.
There ain't nothing like it, and it's not too cold right now. Get them out there.
Yeah.
You might get warm, or if you're anything like my turkey season's been, you might get wet, but it'll be worth it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see. That's small game squirrel opens. Nope. May the 11th and goes to June the 9th.
All right.
May the 11th to June the 9th.
Yes, sir. Daily bag limit is 10. 10.
All righty, well, I sure appreciate it, fellas.
Well,
You're
good luck
quite
to you
welcome.
guys. Send us a picture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Great question. May 11th to...
I thought it was the second Saturday, but I wasn't going to say that and be wrong.
You do good.
I'd rather give make sure
memory.
I'm right before I tell them. But
That's good for memory. But but back to the Asian carp. It is a big issue in this state, along with CWD. Those are the 2 biggest issues that are confronting us right now, I believe. But still, I think TWRA is doing everything in a positive direction.
they are.
We mentioned in the first segment they are having a Asian carp cook-off in Eva, Tennessee, which is on the western side of Kentucky Lake. But it's a big event. I mean, there's actually the county's getting involved in this. They want to see an impact. So everybody's put up some money. So $1,000 to first place and $300 to second, $200 to third for your greatest carp recipe. So people are coming from everywhere.
We need to send Chris up there, you know.
We do.
Get Shannon, go Chris,
Hey,
and
Shannon,
Tom.
we need to get
send
you
the whole
going.
team down there, as a matter of fact.
Didn't you, while you was in Austria, learn anything about carp? You know, because they fish for them over there.
I'm sure they fish quite a bit.
They
I
fish.
haven't learned anything.
They fish for big grass carp.
They've got to
over
be,
there.
I guarty you we can get somebody to make us some good
Heck
carp.
yeah, we should have. You know, we should have.
Carp tacos.
Carp tacos, carp burritos.
I guarantee you.
It'd give a new meaning to fish head soup.
It would.
It'd be a big one.
It would.
It's like a big eyeball
I'd have to
looking
get
back at
past
you.
cleaning one. If I could get past cleaning one of those slimy things, it'd be all
Oh,
right.
it'd be something. But our hats are off to TWRA for at least trying.
They are, and you know, you hit on the CWD a little bit. I want to give them just a hats off too for they've been so open. I mean,
Yeah, they have.
They've had numerous public outreach meetings. The doors have been open for public to come in, give their input and their opinions, and hear what's going on. And I give them a hats off for that, because there's not been any. You know, everything's been right there. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're facing. This is what we're thinking. So if you're not informed, it's just because you've not taken the steps to
And
pay
let's
attention.
go one step further. Let's thank all the people that have been, all the hunters and fishermen that have been giving their ideas, their opinions. They kept it nice and civil.
They have.
And
They have.
TWRA appreciates that too, ladies and gentlemen. You know, they've been getting some good advice and some good information from our hunters and fishermen across the state, and we haven't been raising Cain and being profane about it. That's been done in a professional manner, and thank you so much for doing that.
That's right. Guys, it's time to go over and do this week's tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is being brought to you by our friends over at the Davidson Farmers Co-op. You can go see them right there on Dickerson Pike, just off of Bradley Parkway, or give them a phone call at 615-860-4774.
You got one? Because I got one.
I got one that
You do it this time.
I tell you, and this one sounds simple, but it's very, very important right now. You hear a lot of people talking about issues with ticks and people sick with ticks, and Sid's had them. You know, Randall. Several years ago I dealt with it. But my tip right now is, especially for my last couple of weeks being in the woods, if you're going in those woods, whether you're checking a trail camera, walking to your fishing spot, going to the pond, whatever you're doing, you need to make sure you got something on for ticks this year, because I'm telling you, they are bad, bad, bad. And I've not heard, the chiggers are bad.
Ooh, they're bad.
I've not ever heard as many people getting sick from these ticks as I have in the last couple of years. So that's definitely my tip this week. Make sure that you protect yourself when you go out there from these ticks, especially for these kids. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have a recipe of the week for you from Miss Shannon Brown and some more Southern Woods and Waters.